Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Escondido in California, where today has been a very cloudy but and cool day. So I enjoy cloudy, cool days, and I'll take those things. Don't need those on right now. Um, so we've had a bit of fun today. So besides getting work done, I also started planning my next adventure. So if you look on my Facebook page, you will see my the beginning stages of planning my next adventure. And so far I am up to, where am I up to on my chart? El Paso, Texas, as far as I've gotten. It's currently, and I'm starting up from here in Escondido. Then I have to go up to Santa Clarita because Brad's best friend, and these two guys have been best friends since they were like 11 or 12 or something like that, is celebrating his 60th birthday. And this year Brad would have turned 60 as well. But so I'm going up there to celebrate with Mike, celebrate his 60th birthday, since Brad can't be there, so I'll be there on Brad's behalf. And then the next day I hit the road to head to Florida. So currently on my planning, I've so far planned 999 miles of my, well, it's now a longer trip because I got to put Santa Clarita in there, of 2,800 miles. So I got 2,800 miles to go and I leave here on the 30th of January. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, we're 999 miles into it, so I've still got 1,800 miles to plan, but I have to put it on hold until I hear back from the campground. Even though they said, yes, we've got your reservation, they haven't sent me a confirmation email. So if I don't get it tomorrow, or they said they'll send one to me, but I haven't received it yet. So once I receive the confirmation email, then I go and plan the next stop. So it's a process. We're getting there. We're already almost halfway. So, about a third of the way. So that's been pretty good. And so I got some of that done today, which was awesome. So looking forward to this trip. I mean, I just want to get on the road like tomorrow, but I have to get Sparkles. I've got to get her into the service center so she can get oil changes done, get everything checked that needs to get checked. I got an issue with one of the batteries, so I've got to get that taken a look at. Somebody says, oh, check the water level in the battery. Well, I don't even know where the battery is. So I have to find the battery first so I can check the water level and make sure that's okay. Sometime, and Kathy just wrote here, when are you stopping in my driveway? Sometime after Florida. That's all I can tell you. I know I have to be in Florida at the beginning of March, and I know that I'm in Colorado Springs for the whole month of June. Anywhere in between, anywhere in between that, no idea. I know I'm going to go up the eastern seaboard, and then I'm going to zigzag my way between the US states and Canada. So I'm going up to New England and all of that sort of stuff, and just taking my time. I don't have to be in Colorado Springs till June, and then when I leave Colorado Springs, I then have 2 months to get back to San Diego. So I plan to be back here in San Diego in September, so we'll see how that goes. It's fun. I'm super excited, but right now I just want to get California to Florida planned, and then I'll start working on the rest of it. So there was that. Now I have to point out something. Yesterday I showed you this. I got show and tell tonight. So yesterday I showed you this. This is the Thunder shirt that I put on Zeffie that helps keep her calm and everything, and she wore it for 2 hours yesterday. She hasn't worn it today because she had her harness on. This is her harness. This is the back of the harness, and then this is the bit that goes along her chest, behind her front legs, and then it comes up and it clips here. I accidentally left it on when we got back from our morning walk, and then we went out for another walk at lunchtime, and then when we came back from that, I actually posted a picture of her. She was giving me a talking to. She was not happy that I had taken this off her, and it's not even her Thunder shirt. I just had this on her, and she was been running around the RV all day and everything else. So this is what the harness looks like. And then this is the Thunder shirt. But that's not the magical quality about this thing. I'll show you that in a second. But I took this off her, and she went to town. She was whining all over the place, and I was like, what's going on? So we got down on the floor, and we played first, did some training, did some playing, then I took the harness off, and then I got a talking to, and I was like, oh, okay. So I put her harness back on, and she shut up. Didn't say a peep, not a peep. And she came and laid over beside my chair. And I was like, okay. So I could just reach down and scratch her and all that sort of stuff. So then when we went for our evening walk, this is really cool because on the stitching on here, it's all reflective. And then you've got the reflective piping that's on here as well. So it's really good for her when she's wearing it at night too. But at night, I have this leash. So I have this special leash here, and the cool part about this leash is that it does this. Isn't that cool? And it's got a rechargeable battery. You just plug in the USB cable into here and charge it up. But it has this hook on it. This is a magic hook. It has this hook on it. See, it just works like this. So 3 times now, on 3 separate occasions, I have hooked this onto here, gone like this to make sure everything's on there. Yep, fine. The first time it happened, and somehow these two become separated. Do not ask me how that happens. I don't know. So the first time it happened, we had just gotten out of the RV and we started walking down the street, and I thought she was doing very good loose leash walking because I wasn't feeling, because normally I feel her tugging on the leash and we're trying to teach her to loose leash walk, and I thought she was doing really well. And I looked down, she's ahead of me. These two were not connected. I was like, what? And I was like, you got to be kidding me. And so I called her back, and she hadn't got too far ahead, and she just waited for me, and I caught up and grabbed the handle, clipped it back on, and we were fine. Then, so that was a week ago. So then 3 days ago, we get into the RV after our walk. She's busy doing her usual jumping around, waiting for me to disconnect her so she can go running. And I'm closing the door, and I hear this thud behind me. What the heck is that? And I turn around. This was on the floor. This was on Zeffie. They were not together. And I'm like, how the heck does this happen? And then tonight, we're out walking. And again, I clip it on like this. I tug, make sure, yep, we're fully clipped on. And we're walking off down the street, and she's walking ahead of me. And again, this is not attached. And oh no, we made it to the path that goes to the dog walk area behind some of the RVs down here. And all of a sudden, I hear this. I look down, and this is off, and she's walking ahead of me, and they are not connected. I'm like, how does this happen? It's not like, because I always put it on this way, because that's the easiest way to do it. I mean, to try and put it on this way is a little difficult, put it on this way is a little difficult, so I'm always putting it on this way. And I'm like, how do they become separated? Because there's just, I'm confused. If anybody can explain to me how my dog does magic tricks like this to make this disconnect, I would greatly like to know that, because I have no idea how it happens. So that's one puzzle that I have. So I don't know if it's a magical leash. I don't know if it's a magical harness. I don't know. They just somehow, the leash and the harness separate. And I am completely puzzled. It's happened 3 times now. And it's only with this leash. It's not with the other one. The other one's got the little slidey thing that you got to slide it along. So, and speaking of slidey things, so last night I was telling you about her new puzzle. So this is her new puzzle thing. So you have these little divots in here that you put the treats in, and you swing this in and you slide these across. Then you can also put treats into here. And the idea is that they slide this, they then swing this open, get their treat, then they slide this one across, it drops the treat into the little hole there, they slide it back and they can get the second treat. 6 minutes. That's what it took her yesterday. 6 minutes to do this. It was sort of like, you have got to be kidding me. She got the whole thing, she got all 14 treats in 6 minutes. Astounds me. And this is meant to be like a level 2, which I think is like the second hardest one that they had. So I have to find out what the hardest one is and try and get that for her. But she had this done in 6 minutes. And yes, my dog does do magic tricks. I don't know how she does it. I have no clue. So, excuse me, I left my water over there. So yeah, so this is my smart puppy. She's very, very clever at figuring out how to swing the slide. Hang on. You go like this. She slides. She swings this open, eats the treat, slides this across, slides it back, and there's another treat there. So smart puppy, magic puppy, smart puppy. She's totally got me confounded. But I'm really looking forward to doing the road trip with her at the end of February. It's going to be awesome. And I think my longest day so far I have is going from New Mexico to Texas. It's going to be my longest day. It's 213 miles. So I'm trying to keep it between 200 and between 150 and 200. So then when I go from, to get to, so going from Arizona to New Mexico is 213 miles. To get from New Mexico to El Paso, it's only 114 miles, but I made that one a little lighter since I had that longer one, but I'm staying 2 nights at each place. So that's kind of how we're breaking up this trip. And then I'm learning a new learning a new system, playing bingo. Have you ever seen bingo cards to learn how to do things? That's awesome. So like this is learning about a new card and gift system using bingo. And things like go here, do this. Okay, we can do that. And I'm getting there. I've still got some work to do. And I had done one thing and I thought I'd done it right. And then I read the little box and thinking I did the wrong thing. But see this up here. This is a bingo card game that I've come up with for my clients so that they can play bingo. I haven't decided what the prize is, and I still have 2 blank squares. So I have to figure out what to put into those. And then once that's done, then I can release, and it's on the little post-it so I can move it around and see which one works the best, which way is going to work the best, and then I can release it to my clients and let them have some fun planning their vacations and all of that, and learning about different destinations. Ooh, maybe that's something I could do. Put a question. Oh, question. Hang on. I just came up with an idea. Questions about countries, like trivia questions. Oh, trivia questions about countries, the destinations. That's what I can put on the last 2 squares. Yes, awesome. So now that I got that done, we can do that. The passport one is on there, Kathy. I do have that one up there. Plus my clients also cheat on that one because I send them little cards that says your passport's due to expire in 6 months. It might be time to renew it. So I send them little reminder cards. But yeah, so that's been my day-to-day. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of playing with the stick, and she's just brought her stick over to me now. She doesn't want to get it. Do you want to come up and say hi? Come on, you want to come up? Nope, we're going to lay down instead. So yeah, so I'm really pleased that the planning's starting to come together for the trip. If I can just get this one RV resort to respond and say that yes, we're confirmed, then I can plan the next part of the trip. Some of them automatically tell me because it's just book it online and done. Other ones you book it online, but you have to wait for the RV resort to go in and confirm that yes, they will do that, and then send you the information. So it's all exciting. It's coming together. So then I don't know what my dog is doing. So then my next thing on my list to do is go get some hiking boots and get them broken in. So when we hit some places that have some trails that we can go walking on. And my trainer also advised that I get boots for Zeffy, which is going to be hilarious. I'm going to remember to have the video camera on when I do that. You can see her sitting down and pulling them off with the teeth. But yeah, they said because some of the surfaces that you go on, you don't want their paws. You got to watch their paws and stuff. And so I'm going to get little booties for her feet because some places when you're in hot places, the pavement's too hot for them to walk on. Other places, if it's too cold, it could be too cold to walk on. Other ones, it just could be it's a very rough terrain and lots of sharp stones and objects around, so you want to make sure their feet are protected. So I'm going to get her some little booties and we'll see how that goes. I've seen lots of videos with dogs with booties sort of like going like this as they walk. So I wonder if she'll do the same thing. Yeah, so I've got to get the booties. I've got to figure out how to size the booties for her. But we'll get that, and we'll get some stuff for her for when we go tramping and that sort of thing as well. So I'm studying. I got, where's my book? Got a book the other day about hiking in the States on the trails. Here's some of the survival stuff that you need to make sure you've got with you. And they also have a section in there on pets, on walking with dogs and stuff as well. So yes, I'm going to make sure I read all of that, make sure I have all the bits that she needs, all the bits that I need. So we're safe out there. I already have my personal locator beacon, got that. It's all registered and everything because I will not go on a trail without that. Even if I was hiking out with other people, I would not go on a trail without that. It's a great rescue tool. So if you don't have a personal locator beacon and you do a lot of hiking, take one with you, because if you can't use a phone, if your cell phone's not got no reception and you don't have a satellite phone with you, it's another way that you can call for help. So I have that, and it works. It actually should work anywhere in the world, and based on where it's registered as to where the signal gets picked up by. So my understanding is that if I use it in New Zealand, the signal will be picked up here in the States, and they'll be the ones that would coordinate with the local authorities to get you rescued and all that sort of stuff. So if you go tramping, don't go without your personal locator beacon. Very important tool to have, along with lots of other things. like survival blankets, and I have a whole box that I'm putting stuff in as I gather. And I'm just gonna get a backpack to put it all in. Oh, that'll be fun. I hate wearing backpacks when I walk, but I know I need to. So, oh, it's a little here. She's looking at her treat thing. She's under the table here with her head on the seat, sniffing at her little treat puzzle thing to see if she's got any treats in there. So that's it from us for tonight. We'll get some more planning done. Let's see. Tuesday I have jury service, so we'll see how that goes. I find out on Saturday if I'm needed or not. But if I do have to do jury service, it means that a certain puppy gets to go to a certain dog sitters and gets to have fun with some dogs for a day, which would be good to run her out and run her energy and everything else. But yeah, so it's all starting to come together, and kind of having to do jury service interrupts all of this planning and stuff, and when I can get Sparkles serviced and all that sort of thing too, because I would need to drive Sparkles to the service place to get all the oil change done, get the tire pressures checked, get the generator checked, basically get all the service stuff done. And she's going to get a wash and a polish hopefully next week based on jury service. If not, then it'll be the following week when I'm also getting servicing done on her as well. So it's going to be a busy couple of weeks coming up. So fingers crossed that whatever I get for jury service is just a day or not at all. So I find out on Saturday morning if I have to report or if I have to stay by the phone, because they say it could be that you've got to call in every day to see if you need it, and if you are needed, you've got to be there within an hour. And I'm like thinking, oh, that's going to be fun, because it's 30 minutes from here to where the courthouse is, plus the 10 minutes down the road to drop Zephy off, and the 10 minutes to get back to this point to then get on the freeway and drive the 30 minutes. There's an hour. Hey, excuse me, that is not a chew toy. She's trying to chew the straps on her harness. Not a chew toy. Oh, you're coming up to say hi. You want to say hi? She hates the camera. She sees me point the phone. Half the time she sees me point the phone at her, and she's just like, no, I'm out of here. She sees me turn the computer, and she's like, I'm out of here. But anyway, so I hope you all have a super fantastic sparkling day. I am off to finish my bingo card off. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 squares left to complete. And 2 of them, I only have one little thing to do on each of them. So I can get 2 of them done in the next 2 minutes, and then I can work on the other 9. So out of 25, that's not bad, considering the fact I've been working a lot and doing quotes, getting quotes and proposals out. So that's not bad to be able to fit all that in there at the same time. So, oh yeah, and if you want me to send you a birthday card, in my Facebook profile somewhere, and I will put the link in here as well, is click on the link and you'll get to be able to enter in your mail address and your birthday. And your birthday is just month and day. It's not asking for the year. And once that's done, then you'll go into my little birthday group thing. So anyway, that's it for me. Have a super fantastic sparkling evening. Make it a great day tomorrow, because tomorrow is Friday. For all of you who love Friday, I don't care what the day is. Every day is super fantastic and sparkling, no matter what happens. It's always super fantastic and sparkling. Until tomorrow, hey, Conera. What are you jumping on now, girl?